Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? So I'm sitting over here because it is starting to get dark. So if I sit in that chair and I go too long, then you won't be able to see me. Oh my God, and it's starting to get a little chilly too. I actually turned the air on today. I turned the heat off and I turned the air on because it was starting to get a little toasty outside. I have no idea what the temperature is right now, but it's currently 6:59 p.m. And I just got done uploading and posting all of my videos that I filmed for today. I filmed 5 videos. It felt weird on Saturday and Sunday. I just posted my vlog, right? Yeah. It felt weird just filming on my vlog channel on Saturday and Sunday, and then today, I boomed out all these videos, and it felt really strange, but it felt nice. It was nice to just, I don't know, talk about something other than being worried about little Boo Radley, which I feel is like every conversation that I have anymore. You know what? I didn't bring out my reading glasses. Did I? Nope, I don't have my reading glasses. Okay, let's look at what the temperature is right now. Oh, it says 73 and sunny. It feels a lot cooler than that. It does not feel like 73 and sunny. Does it say? Oh, wait, some ad is coming up. What's the, how do I get out of the ad? Okay, hold on. Okay, what's it supposed to be tonight? Does it say? Daily. 46 is the low tonight, so it's very peaceful out here. Alex just got home about an hour ago. He got home about 6 o'clock, so he's been home for about an hour. He's inside watching Gossip Girl, and he's hanging out with Boo Radley right now, and Boo Radley is on like his 3rd plate of food for the day. So I am exhausted. I'm absolutely exhausted today. Let me turn this around, this tripod, and move back a little bit because I feel like I need to relax. I actually just poured my very first coffee for the day right here. Cheers to you guys. Oh my God, delicious. Yesterday, the fountain pop that I got on the way home, I put in the refrigerator. So I almost pulled that out instead because I was like, well, maybe I was like, I'll save that for later. My sponsor just called me. I called her earlier and she just called me back. And so I'm going to call her as soon as I get done with this vlog. So I'm going to bring my fountain pop out here and sit, the peace and quiet. And I am going to talk to my sponsor for a little bit and check in with her. And yeah, it's been a crazy, well, how long has it been now since that car parked over there? Some random car just like parked in the corner over there. That's weird. There's like somebody in it too. We're going to keep an eye on that. You know, people keep on asking, they're like, what happened with that car that was driving through the neighborhood? I have absolutely no idea. I've asked a couple people and they're like, we don't know anything about it. So I don't know. I feel like you guys are slanted right now. But they're like, we have no idea. The last 24 hours have been a little rough. I'm exhausted. Boo Radley's fine. No seizures, nothing like that. We made it through another nice seizure. So we made it through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 4 nights with no seizures. Thank God. I'm so thankful for that. Last night he just was very, very, very restless. And he just isn't sleeping a lot at all. Like he'll sleep for like a half an hour to an hour. An hour is good. He'll sleep for like a half an hour to an hour, and then he gets up and he's up for like 2 to 4 hours, 6 hours. And or he'll be up for like 2 hours and he'll lay down for like a half an hour, and then he'll get up. And then he's up for like another 2 hours. But this went on all last night. I think at one point he was up for like 3.5, almost 4 hours. And so I gave him a little bit more gabapentin, and then he finally fell asleep after that. But it's weird because he's like alert. It takes him later in the day. Like when we got up today, he was just like groggy, and like I took him out in the yard and he did his business and stuff, but he wasn't like, I mean, he is definitely not his peppy self at all, but like each day it seems like he's getting a little bit back to that. But he's just like really, really groggy, and having to like pick him up to like step up here and then like pick him up to like step inside the house, which is like not normal at all, even the last couple days. So that was how he was like this first part of today. And then it's like a couple hours go by and he eats, and then I take him out and he's running around, he's following me into the garage, and then he's like jumping up here, jumping up there, and he seems a little bit better. It takes a couple hours. I don't know if like what's going on, but like right now he was like hanging out with Alex and he was walking around. We've got food in there. I put like food down earlier. He's just very, very awake. And I don't know, it's not like the manic pacing that he was having before. He just kind of like trots around. And like if you're standing in the kitchen with him, I was telling my friends this last night, a couple of my friends, it's like if you're standing in the kitchen with him, he just like stands there and he'll like look at you and then he'll like eat a little bit of food. It's like before, like when we would stand in the kitchen, if Alex and I were talking, he just kind of stand there and he like drink some water and like, you know, eat some food and whatever. But then like if you're sitting down, like watching a show, like I don't think he knows what to do. And so he has a hard time sitting still for very long. So today I called the vet, and because last night I just felt bad. I was like, he's not getting any sleep. Like he's got to be exhausted. It was interesting because I was reading on the forum and somebody put something about that every time their dog had had a seizure, they had had it when they were in their bed. He hasn't really gone near his purple bed. He'll go in these like blankets that we have laid down on the floor. I mean, we have so many different bed areas for him. And we have the landing, we have the bed area, and then I move it all when I film my vlogs. And then we have like his little gray bed over there. I actually moved the gray bed to the other side and moved the purple bed because the purple bed's more of his favorite. Alex had the purple bed on his side of the bed, but I think 2 times that he had seizures, he had it while he was asleep in his purple bed. And he hasn't really gone near his purple bed. And he's not sleeping on our bed right now. And so he doesn't really want to be up there. We'll like put him up there sometimes and he like just gets right off the bed and whatever. He wants to sleep on the floor. He sleeps very close to the nightlight. I don't know if it's because he has a hard time seeing or whatever, but he sleeps like, the nightlight's over here and he's sleeping like right here. It's like literally like a foot away. But he just is not getting much sleep. And I think that the walking is, like, I mean, if you're walking that much, it has to be painful. I mean, he seems like if you picked him up, you'd be like, oh, that's the Boo Radley. I mean, he just seems like alert and whatever. His eye seems like cleared up, but he still seems like he's having a hard time seeing out of that eye. I don't know. But anyway, but last night was rough because it was like, so I tried to lay down and take a nap at about 8 o'clock, I think it was, because Alex was like, why don't you, oh, Boo Radley fell asleep at like 8 o'clock. And so he was like, why don't you sleep while he's asleep? So Alex was like, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to heat up some food. And then if he gets up, he can come downstairs and he can be with me. So I like laid down for like a half an hour, and then like after half an hour he like woke up again and he was like walking around the bedroom and stuff. And so I pulled him up and on the bed, and like he'll let you like hold him on the bed, like, and so like that's different. Like before he was like wanting to get away and just like walk. He'll like sit on the bed for a second and he'll like, you know, like today I like picked him up and we were like sitting on the bed and talking and stuff like that and whatever, and he wasn't like trying to get down and whatever, but then I like set him down on the floor. But last night it just was, I mean, he just was walking a lot, and I was like, this little guy is not getting any sleep. I mean, hardly at all. I mean, sleeping for half an hour, then getting up and, you know, being like walking for like an hour or two, then sleeping for half an hour. And when he sleeps, he's like out, like sleeps out. And so I'd already talked, you know, I said it on here, but I've talked, you know, about, Alex and I talked about putting him on like some kind of anti-anxiety medication. So we called our vet today, or I called my vet today, because Alex said he would pick it up. So she was like, you know, she was like, here's the thing. She was like, this is really common with Keppra in dogs. She was like, dogs on Keppra either do one of 2 things. She said they either are like, for the first 2 to 3 months, she said they either are like very active, they pace, they walk a lot. She's like, it's the getting used to the medicine. It's interesting because somebody commented on my vlog and they said my insomnia related to my Keppra, and I don't really remember that. Did I say that at the time when I started Keppra? If I did, I don't really remember that, but maybe I didn't. I couldn't sleep at the time that I started Keppra. I don't remember that. But she said today, she was like, we either see one of 2 things with dogs that start Keppra. She was like, we either see that they're like very, very lethargic, or they're very restless and they pace a lot. And she was like, and that lasts for about 2 to 3 months. She was like, how is his quality today, his quality of life? And I said, it's good, but he's very tired today. Like, you can tell he's exhausted. Like, he's groggy, he's wobbly. And so I said that, you know, and that was earlier today that I talked to her. And so she was like, okay. She was like, well, I'll be honest with you. She was like, to add another anxiety medication, she was like, on top of that, she was like, it could do the opposite. She was like, it could make him more restless, and we don't want to do that. She said, so I'm more apt to try, you know, like a sleep medication that also has an anti-anxiety, you know, thing to it. So trazodone. And I'm like, okay, well, we already use trazodone because we put him on, like, we give him half half of, I think it's a 50 or something like that, or half of 25, I don't know, the night before, and then one more in the morning when we take him in for blood work and stuff like that, because he's so restless with all that. And so she's like, okay, well, what we're going to do is, like, around dinner time, start giving him half a tab. So he starts getting tired towards the end of the night. And then hopefully, if we can get him, she's like, if you have to give him another half a tab throughout the middle of the night, if he's still restless, she's like, if we can get him, like, 3 or 4 nights of some really good sleep, she was like, I think he's going to start feeling better. She was like, he's walking so much. She was like, that his legs have to be hurting him. And she was like, so, like, he's walking right by the door right now. But he just sneezes. Like, he just, like, stands there, and then he just, like, sneezes, and he looks out the door for a second, and then he walks away. It's not like the manic pacing that it was before. She's like, but, she's like, if you're walking a lot, like, he's probably hurting a little bit, because he's not really resting a lot. And she's like, I feel like the seizure thing was, like, a fluke that happened. She was like, I think now we're dealing with maybe either, like, the pain of, like, before, which is why he was on the gabapentin. And she's like, maybe it's not comfortable for him to sleep. She was like, if we could just get him, like, 2 or 3 nights of sleep, she was like, I think that we would start seeing a return to Boo Radley. Because, of course, this morning, I'm like, this is it. This is it. I mean, again, I was like, this morning, I was outside. I sat under the tree with him. He was, like, walking around me. And I just was, like, really, really sad. I mean, I was like, okay, Boo Radley. I was like, this is the... I mean, I was, like, bawling my eyes out, sitting out here. And I was like, Boo Radley, this is the tree that I'm going to come and visit you out when you're not here anymore. And, we have Tucker and Pee-Pee's ashes on the mantle, and I hardly ever, like, I mean, I look at pictures of them and videos and stuff like that, but I don't really go over and look at the ashes very much. And I don't know, I just was like, I was really sad today. And then it was around, I was, like, filming videos, and he was, like, kind of, like, sleeping on the landing out there, and then he got up, like, halfway through and came down here, and then he was, like, eating, and then I made him a plate of food in between videos, and he was, like, eating that. I took him outside, he pooped, and he peed, and he was, like, running around, he was, like, trotting, and I was like, okay, this is a completely different dog than we had, like, so I don't know if it's just taking him longer to get up, or if he's tired, or if he's exhausted. I don't know. This morning, I just was, like, I'll be honest with you, this morning, I was, like, this is one of our last days. I mean, I really felt like that this morning. I just was, like, he's not doing well, and then it was, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he's like the old Boo Radley, but walking a lot. And I'm just like, this is so weird. And then Alex comes home, and he perks up when Alex comes in, and he's real excited to see Alex. So, of course, now we're trying to hide this trazodone, because it's not, like, in liquid form. So, it's the carprofen and now the trazodone. But we're, like, I said to Alex, I, was telling him what the vet said and stuff, and I said, how do you feel about it? Because the last time we gave him trazodone, the whole next day he was groggy and he slept. Like, it really wore him out. The trazodone works for Boo. So I was like, I don't know, like, okay, so he takes the trazodone, but then all day tomorrow he's, like, super, super groggy and sleeping all day long. And he was like, and I was telling him what she said, and he's like, so she's not saying for us to keep him on trazodone for, like, a long period of time. I was like, because we have a couple here, and she called us in 10 more. And I was like, no, and she called us in 10 more. They're there if we want to pick them up. I think we've got, like, 3 or 4 here. And he was like, so she's not saying to do it. I said, no, just to get, like, a couple nights sleep. And he was like, I agree. He was like, I think if, he could get a couple nights sleep, then he would probably feel a lot better. And he was like, and I think the same goes for you. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you're not sleeping at all. He goes, you're literally sleeping, like, 4 hours a day. He was like, I don't know if you, like, need to get out here, get out of here and go do something. He was like, if you, like, want to go, like, run around with Tanya or go to the casino or something. He was like, but he was like, I'm starting to worry a little bit, because like, last night, like, when I was watching shows, I'm constantly, like, taking my AirPod out. Like, is he walking around upstairs, And this morning, like, Alex is giving him the 6 o'clock meds. I went to bed at, like, 5 last night, and I couldn't fall asleep, and so I'm laying there in bed, and then Alex gets up, and I was like, do you want me to... He's like, no, I said I would give him a 6 o'clock meds during the week. So he gets up, he goes downstairs, gives him his meds, brings him back up. Boo Radley, like, walks back and forth for a little bit. He always does that, like, for a half an hour, hour after he gets his meds. And so I'm, like, up the whole time. It's like after a half an hour, I, like, got up and I put on my clothes, and Alex is like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to take him outside. Maybe he needs to go potty. And Alex is like, I just took him outside to go potty when I gave him his meds. And I was like, how did he seem? He was like, babe, he seemed fine. He seemed like how he does when he's, like, getting ready to go to sleep. Like, he's tired. And, so tonight, Alex was like, he was like, I think you need to get some sleep. He's like, I don't know if you just like need to get out of the house and, you know, run off some steam or whatever. He's like standing right in the door. He's just standing there looking at me. He just walked away. So he's like, I don't know, like, you know, he's like, I mean, I'm not even, like, to be honest with you, like, like, last night I watched Sister Wives, and I took notes, but then, like, an hour after that, I'm, like, taking him outside. I don't know, I just feel like every moment is, like, our last moment. Alex, like, you can't think that way. He was like, you can live another 2 years. He's like, this is exactly, like, what the vet is saying. Like, this could just be an adjustment to the meds, and we're just figuring meds out right now, and maybe he just needs 2 or 3 nights of really good sleep, you know? So I don't know. Alex told me he thinks I need good sleep. He's like, you need something. He's like, you need to get out of here and, like, I don't know, go walk around Meyer with Tanya or go to the casino. Or he's like, you need a couple hours just to, like, decompress a little bit. So I'll be honest with you, it's hard, like, for me here, because when I'm, like, watching TV at night, you know, it's like, if he's up, I'm, like, worried about him being up. And then I'm worried, like, I gave him, like, you know, extra gabapentin last night because he was up so late. And I was like, I wait until, like, halfway through the dose. So, like, we give him his last dose at 10 a.m. So at, like, 2 a.m. or 10 p.m., we give him his last dose. So at 2 a.m., which is 4 hours after that and 4 hours to the next dose, if he's, like, up and he's walking, I'll give him a little extra gabapentin because that usually helps him fall asleep. But then I'm always kind of like this, like I'm listening. Like last night I watched Sister Wives, I took notes so I could do my video today. And then when I got done, I was like, I took him outside because he was up, whatever, and then went back to sleep. I watched From. But the whole time that I was watching From, like I'm taking my AirPod out like every 5 minutes. Like, is he up? Where's he at? Is he up? And so I'm like, I'm on high alert, like all the time. It's interesting because I've had so many people that have reached out to me. So you guys are just, you know, I've been saying it a lot, but I want to say it again. You guys are just unbelievably nice. And this, even just coming on here and talking about this, even though I feel like I'm talking to everybody in my life about it, is really cathartic, so thank you. I appreciate you guys listening to me. But so many people have reached out to me and been like, I went through the exact same thing with my dog, and you don't get a lot of sleep, and Peter, please make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like it's interesting, like in the midst of all of this, I feel strangely calm and peaceful. Sad because I don't know what to do to fix it, you know, like, I mean, I'm a fixer, so it's like, I mean, I am and I'm not, but like in a situation like this, I'm like, tell me to do A, B, and C, and I'll do A, B, and C, and it's like, that's not how, I mean, it's not an exact science, right? So it's like trying to figure this out. I think it's also hard too, like, you know, Alex and I were talking, he's like, well, because I said something about, like, you know, I'm here, and, like, when he's, like, all day long, you know, I'm, like, worried about him and whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm at work, and I'm worried about, like, if something happens to him while you're there alone and whatever. And so I think, like, we've been talking a lot about that, how about, you know, like, how we're worried and stressed in different ways. But, like, Alex came home, and I said to him, like, I'm giving him, like, the rundown of what, like, happened today and the vet call and how he's doing and all that kind of stuff. And and he's like, look, Alex is, or Boo's like looking up at Alex, and he goes, he seems pretty good to me. And I'm like, well, he wasn't this morning. And he goes, I know you were texting me that you were like really upset. I said I was really upset. I was like, and he goes, babe, he was like, he came over and he gave me a hug, and he was like, I know this is really, really hard. He's like, it's hard for me, it's hard for you. He was like, we've got to lean on each other through all this. And so, I mean, we are. Tomorrow we were supposed to have couples counseling. Our therapist texted us today, and he was like, I don't have a sitter for tomorrow night. So he was like, it was somebody, all these people like driving by real slowly and stuff. This is weird. That car's still parked over there. I should take you all on a little road trip, and we should go walk over here and see whose car this is. It's weird because where they're parked is like on the corner. And the only other, like, it's not their house because they have a long driveway. My friends in the corner, or my neighbors in the corner, my friends. And it's not the other people, my other pool crew lady, because they're too far down from there. So it either has to be for them or it has to be the lady on the corner on the other side. But she's got a driveway too. Unless she's got people in that driveway, and I can't see her driveway from here, but I don't think she does. What was I gonna say? Somebody's talking. Oh, maybe that was like, my neighbor's been getting DoorDash like every single night. It was probably her. She keeps on texting me telling me what she's getting from DoorDash. What was I gonna say earlier? I was gonna say something else. Oh, about just you guys messaging me, and people just are so nice, and they're like, you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You know, Peter, you say this yourself, that you can't be a value to somebody else unless you're a value to yourself first. I know all that stuff. This is what I think I was going to say this. I do feel like calm through all this. I was saying that to Tanya and Nikki last night. It's like sad. Because when he's happy, or when he seems happy and he seems good, like right now, like I feel content, I feel peaceful. But when he doesn't, like when he woke up today, I'm just like, all I can see is the end. You know, like I'm just like, this is the end. Like the Doors, this is the end. But no, that's how I feel like in that moment. And I'm just like, I don't know. This weekend was nice because we got some normalcy back, but I don't know. I don't know. And of course, when Alex comes home, you know, Boo Radley's like doing 100% better. But it's so funny because I can see, like, Alex will, like, take him downstairs, take him out, give him his meds, and then he, like, brings him back up, you know, brings him back upstairs. And, like, he lays him, like, real gently down, like, on his, like... So we've got, like, these, like, three... Like, I have the 2 Costco blankets, and I have another blanket. It's, like, this, like, square. And then I have the bed next to it, like, at the head of it. It's, like, all one big thing. So he can go into the bed or whatever. And he usually he's been laying on that thing, but he, like, moves from, like, corner to corner to corner. And so I can see Alex, like, lay him down real gently. And, but then, like, he'll, like, lay there for a second, and then he gets up and he starts walking a little bit. It was interesting because Alex was cute. This morning, Alex got it when he was leaving for work. I think he left work, like, I don't know, like 7:45 or something like that. I was still up. I couldn't sleep. I was, like, off and on, up and down. That's the other thing, is that, like, I'm not, like, super, super tired, which is crazy. I've been drinking in the evening, so I've been drinking coffee, but like towards about 1:32, I've been starting to drink, like, herbal tea, and I've had, like, 3 cups of herbal tea, and that must just be calming the hell out of me. I don't know. So, I feel relaxed when I lay in bed, but I'm laying there, and even though, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about, but, like, even though I'm, like, worried, like, I feel very peaceful in the bed. And so, like, when I'm sitting there, I'm laying there watching him, you know, and stuff. But anyway, I fell asleep, and so when Alex was leaving for work, he came over and he gave me a kiss goodbye. And then I saw him go over to, like, give Boo Radley a kiss goodbye. Like, he was leaning over, and then he, like, leaned over, and then he kind of stopped. Like, he didn't want to wake him up. Which I thought was really, really sweet. So, hopefully, we tried to hide his trazodone in there. So, hopefully tonight he'll get some rest. And, like, consistent rest. Like, a couple hours in a row. It's weird because, like, you know, I was, like, talking to somebody last night on the phone. I can't remember who I was talking to. And they were like, well, what was he like before that he's so different now? And I was like, well, the walking. He didn't walk this much before. And they're like, I kind of, like, remember that, like, when I was over there that he walks a lot like that. And I was like, well, he does. Like, he does walk a lot. Like, and I'm like... Is this really, I mean, is this normal for him? Like, now, to be honest with you, like, I wasn't like I was taking notes before. I feel like he slept a lot during the day. Like, when I was filming videos and stuff, he would sleep next to me, you know, like in his little purple bed, or he'd sleep out on the landing. That's different. He isn't really doing that anymore, but, I mean, he sleeps on the landing, but he's not sleeping on the bed, on the purple bed. But that's just changed in, like, the last week and a half. We just don't want him to hurt himself, you know? So... yeah, hopefully tonight he'll get some rest. Hopefully tonight I'll get some rest. I got Dragula, but this is the thing. It was funny because somebody said on my vlog, I talked about this, about how I was saying to some of my friends, I was like, I'm more relaxed watching a TV show than I am when I can relax, and I'm not like this with my AirPod. Like, in that moment with, like, my cup of herbal tea, just sitting there, like, like I sit like this to the side, and I watch my iPad, you know, in the chair in there. In that moment, like, I feel more peaceful, calm, and relaxed. I don't know how to explain this. It's just how I feel. Than I do if I'm, like, laying in bed and I can't sleep. And somebody was like, no, you need to go to bed. You need to sleep. Your TV shows can wait. And I'm like, I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. Like, I'm more relaxed in that moment than I am just laying in bed trying to sleep. I mean, it takes me a good long time to sleep anyway. Incidentally, though, through all of this, I feel like I fall, like last night I didn't, because I was like worried about him like staying asleep. But incidentally, through all this, I've fallen asleep a lot quicker. It's kind of weird how that's kind of like gone out. I don't feel... Oh, I sat out here, so last night I sat out here and I listened to like an hour of God of the Woods. I'm not going to finish it today. It'll be sometime this week. And I played solitaire on my phone, and that was fun. That was nice and relaxing. And he just is like standing in front of the door. Now he's walked away. That's the other thing, is I take him outside so much. Like, he's wanting to be outside all the time. But he's not like doing a lot when he's outside. Like, he just kind of like walks around the yard a little bit and he smells. I mean, it's just, I think that's a lot of it. Is like, I don't really remember what he was like 2 months ago. I don't know why. But anyway, please and thank you. Please continue the prayers. Thank you for your previous prayers and positivity and kind words and stuff like that. It really does help. It's like the other thing. It's like last night I was like watching this show and I was like and playing this game, and Alex was like, well, this would be a good time for you to nap. But this was when he was asleep. And I was like, okay, but like I'm not worried about him right now because he's asleep. And so I'm like, this is like relaxing to me to just watch it. I watched Found. But did I watch that last night, or did I watch it the night before? Sunday. I feel like I watched it last night. Found. I'm not liking this season of Found. We'll get to the TV shows in just a second. I was watching Found last night. He's like, this would be a good time for you to sleep. And I was just like sitting in that chair. Oh, Alex said he's asleep because he was upstairs with him, and he said this would be a good time for you to take a nap because he's asleep. And I was like, okay, but I'm so relaxed playing solitaire watching this show right now. And he was like, okay. So anyway, last night I watched Found. I think it's episode 3 of season 2. Let's get to the shows a little bit. There's my update on Boo. He's okay. This morning was not great. I was like, and last night he walked a lot, but like even like late last night, like he's like alert. You know, it's not like how he was before. I just think he's really tired from walking a lot, and like our vet was like, I think he needs to get a couple nights of really good sleep. So, and Alex agrees and I agree. So that's our plan. So please hope that he gets some sleep tonight. And that I get some rest too. So, what was I going to say? Oh, so last night I watched Found. I had to finish all my shows for the week on my weekly TV list. So I finished Found last night. You know, I started it off loving that show. I love season 1. Is that person leaving? I didn't even see... Oh, they are. I didn't even see anybody get in that car. I want to see if they come by here. What are they doing? They're just sitting out here. Like right in front of my house. They're literally pulling into my driveway. What is going on? I'm gonna go look and I'll be right back. Okay, that was completely sketch. And I can't believe I just did what I did. But anyway, he had like pulled over and he was like in front of my neighbor's driveway, the gardener and the griller. And he was pulled up there. It's like this black SUV. He's like 21 or 22, something like that. And so when I walked up to him, because I walked like through the grass, and he had like a big baseball hat pulled down like real far like that. He was like on his phone. And his windows were all tinted and stuff. And I could see, like, on his phone, like, because he, like, had his window halfway down. And I could see on his phone, it was, like, I don't really know how to say it. It was, like, this very voluptuous woman. And, like, in a bikini top or something. It looked like a live stream. Like an OnlyFans live stream or something like that. And I said, and so he like looked over at me. I said, can you roll your window down, please? And he was like, what's the problem? And I said, you were just sitting over there for like a half an hour. He was like, yeah, I was parked over there. And I go, are you visiting anybody in this neighborhood? He goes, no, I just needed to park for a couple minutes. And I was like, this is a private neighborhood. I said, you don't need to be in this neighborhood. And he goes, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. And he started to like drive away. I said, you can't get out that way. He goes, oh, okay, how do I get out of here? I go, you need to go back this way around here. And he was like, okay, I'm really, really sorry. I was like, yeah, you don't, that was weird. So anyway, that was why I was sitting there apparently. Pulled into our neighborhood, I don't know, was in some gal's live stream. She was in like a bikini top or something, or a bra or something, I don't know. But he was in her live stream on his phone. He was like, you could see it was like a live stream kind of thing. But anyway, wasn't that weird? I'm like, this is not probably the neighborhood for that. I was a little bit nicer than I can tell you that some of my other neighborhoods. If the griller had come out and seen that, oh my God, he would have gone off. Or if my neighbor on the corner, he's kind of like the security guard of the neighbor, you know? Or two down from them, the woman that was walking her dog, her husband's a cop. He's got his cop car. I was like, what are you doing down here? That was weird. So anyway, there's some little excitement for the night. Okay, so I watched Found last night. So season 1, okay, I'm going to try to say this in a way that will not ruin it for anybody in case you want to watch it. So let me just explain to you the synopsis of the show, okay? I'm going to do my best to not ruin anything for anybody. The synopsis for the show is that it's about this woman, and her name is Gabby. And she was kidnapped when she was in high school. And another girl was kidnapped after she was kidnapped by the same kidnapper. And so she has started this agency. It's like a private investigator agency, kind of. And they find missing people. And she has, like, this guy that works... So, the girl that was kidnapped with her, she works with her. And then this guy works with her, and he had been kidnapped as well. And then this woman works for her. And, like, the woman, like, can go in somewhere, and they call her, like... They say she's, like, psychic or something like that, but she's not. But she can, like, look at a scene and, like, tell you what's off with the scene. Like, if the pillow is moved or something. Like, she can spot, like, a blood spot, like, in a wall, like a mile. I mean, she can just has, like, this weird vision about stuff. And so, and then there's this guy that, like, and her son went missing at a bus station. So she goes to the bus station every night, and he's been missing for like 15 or 20 years because she's thinking he'll show up. And then there's another guy that he was kidnapped and abducted, and is this him coming back again? It is him again. Maybe he's having like a hard time getting out of the neighborhood or something. What is he doing? He's stopping in front of these people's houses. Now he's parking. If I go up to him again, I'm going to record it. If he comes back down here and parks again, I'm going up there. I'm going to record him. Oh, he just pulled down the side street. He doesn't know how to get out of here. So our neighborhood is like an 8. And he's going around, like, this way. Like, around, like, the one side of the 8. It's like, okay, so our neighborhood is, like, there's 2 lakes. And so he's, like, it's like this. And then the exit is here. He has no clue what he's doing. So then there was this guy, and he doesn't leave his house. He's agoraphobic, and he is like a tech genius, and he was abducted as well when he was like a teenager. Is this for real? This is not the same person. This doesn't look like the same car. What is going on? There's like a lot of traffic in our neighborhood tonight. This is really weird. What is going on? Now somebody is pulling into my driveway. Did Alex order something? What is going on tonight? Unless this is like an Amazon package or something. This must be an Amazon package. Hi, I don't think think that's for us. Who's that for? Can you say the first name? Okay, I'm back. She's just leaving. She's so sweet. We sat here and talked forever. I said, you scared the hell out of me. I said, there's been some weird cars in the neighborhood. And because she had an SUV too. It looked, I couldn't see. It was like more green. And I didn't know that he had ordered food. When I took it into him, I was like, you didn't even tell me that you ordered food. He goes, well, you've been out here all this time, like filming your vlog. I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, I knew you wouldn't want anything anyway. So she came up here because she was like, I gotta take a picture of the food. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm holding, like, he got these like 2 Cokes from Hot Box Pizza, and I'm holding all this stuff like this, and she's taking a picture. And I looked at her, I was like, you are so pretty. She was like, oh my God, thank you. I was like, no. I said, you look like a model. She had like this t-shirt and sweats on. She like, her hair was like all back and stuff like that. She looked like just like some discovered model on the side of the road. She's like, oh my God, you made my day. She was like, that was so sweet. Now there's that weird car though. No, that's a different car. Because that's like a lighter colored SUV. What's going on in here? I feel like, yeah, it's a white SUV that's going really, really slow through this neighborhood. I almost kind of feel like they're casing this neighborhood or something. This is weird. And that poor DoorDash girl, she got caught up in the middle of it. She was really sweet. She's like, oh my God, you made my night. Thank you so much. She was like, you made my day or made my night or something like that. She was pretty. She was sweet girl, sweet girl. But anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? Oh, Found. So Found is about, now I don't know how long I've been vlogging. The time I start this was right before 7, 7:37 right now. Okay, so that's, okay, it's all these abducted people that now work together for this firm to find missing people. Well, there's like a side story to it. That's what I don't want to tell you to ruin it. Okay, there's a side story to it. That, if I told you that, that would ruin the show. Because I don't think it comes out until like the 3rd or 4th episode of season 1. But now, that's really what season 2 is all about. And one of the main characters you really dislike in season 2. It's like one of the characters that I loved, you really start to dislike in season 2. And so it's just not fun to watch anymore. I don't even know how to explain it. If you're watching it, if you watch Found, let me know if you feel the same way. Like, there's just, the most likable character is now the character that I don't like. And I totally understand why. I mean, I feel for this character, but like the other characters don't like this person. And I understand why they don't like her, and it totally makes sense. I don't know, I just, like... And then the sub-story is just taken over the 2nd season. It's all season 2 is about. I mean, it's like each episode they try to find a missing person. But even then, it's like the backstory is like the main story now. Which, I mean, it should be in the context of the show. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, the show kind of like lost sight of itself for something. I swear to God, I just thought I saw somebody like walking through the driveway. People are like, Peter hasn't had any sleep, he's watching all these TV shows, he's hallucinating. I did not hallucinate walking up to this guy when he was watching some booby show on his phone, okay, and telling him that he needed to hit it out of our neighborhood. I go, this is a private neighborhood, you don't need to be in here. I was probably doing him some favors before people start coming out here and getting mad. But anyway, so I watched Found last night. That was earlier in the evening. And then I watched Sister Wives after that was on. I watched my shows early last night. I watched Sister Wives after it was on. It was recorded. Did Alex and I watch anything yesterday? Alex was watching Hysteria. I don't know if he finished it. He may have finished it. He was watching Hysteria yesterday. So I watched Found. And then I watched Sister Wives when it was on. And then after Sister Wives was on, I was like, and in between all this, I'm like taking care of Boo and all this kind of stuff. I was doing some laundry, and then I watched From. I am loving this season of From. It is so good. And then after that, I was like trying to take Boo Radley out and get him relaxed and stuff like that. So I was having a hard time I like watched an episode. I think I watched 2 episodes of The Lincoln Lawyer. But I was kind of having a hard time like focusing on it and stuff like that. So that was that. It took me like 3-4 hours to watch 2 episodes of Lincoln Lawyer. Yeah, I think I watched season 2 and 3, or episode 2 and 3. So, and tonight, of course I don't have my reading glasses. I don't know why I didn't grab them when I took him as pizza. But tonight, I'm going to watch, I can't even see. Oh, Only Murders in the Building is on tonight. So I'll watch Only Murders in the Building. And then I think Dragula comes on at midnight. Dragula. So good. And then I want to continue to watch Lincoln Lawyer. Oh, somebody asked me in the comments section, they said, every time you say Lincoln Lawyer, I mean to ask you this, have you read the books? I have not read the books. I love Michael Connelly, who wrote the books. Void Moon. Hi, honey. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Are you going to stay there long enough for me to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody, bud? He says, there's my little head. Hi, everybody. Can you see his little head? He said, hello. Are you going to walk away? He said, hello, everybody. He said, okay, I'm done. So, little cutie patootie. I love the book. I've read, like, maybe, I don't know how many books I've read by Michael Connelly. Connelly? Why I keep on saying that? Connelly. A couple. 1 or 2, maybe 3. I don't. Oh, no. I've read the Night Shift one. That's like a newer one of his. But Void Moon is my favorite. I think I reread that like a couple years ago, like a year or 2 ago. But I was actually talking about it on a vlog when I started watching Lincoln Lawyer, or is it the Lincoln Lawyer or just Lincoln Lawyer, a couple years ago. I actually went into Audible and I bought the first book. Because there's like, it's a series, so there's tons of them. I know they made it a movie with Matthew McConaughey. I've actually never watched the movie. It's on my list of movies to watch, but I ended up going in and buying like the very first book. So I do have the first book of Lincoln Lawyer. I've just never read it. So I'm like so behind on books. It was actually really nice to sit out here last night and listen to God of the Woods. It's really good. I went back and I started it over again because I was like, you got to start this over again. So I'm an hour into it. So it's probably going to take me a couple days to get through it. But my goal this week is to get, I keep on changing my reading goals. My goal for, and Mel and I did come up with, we have the true crime book for November, and then we have the true crime documentary. Well, you guys were on, you were on the vlog when I picked it up, but last night we came up with a book for true crime book club for November. So tomorrow I'll probably do the announcement of those books, and then Peter's book club as well. I'll probably do that tomorrow for my BookTube channel. Today I honestly just kind of like started running out of time. And so, you know, because like in between each video, I'm like taking Boo Radley out, making sure that he's okay, he's got food, he's eating so much. So like making sure that he's got enough food and all that kind of stuff. And then every time he eats, you have to vacuum up the kitchen floor because it's literally spread out everywhere and whatever. So the lengths we go to for our loved ones, right? For our little loved pets. So I'll probably film that tomorrow. Now tomorrow I actually have more time to film videos than I thought. Oh, I think I was saying this earlier. So our therapist texted us today and he was like, can we reschedule for tomorrow? He's like, I'm sorry for the last minute, but like I don't have a sitter for tomorrow night and stuff like that. And we were like, yeah. And so he was like, we can either do next Tuesday or Friday. And like Alex texted me and he's like, because we were in like this group text. And he was like, which one would you rather do? He's like, I would rather do Friday, because he's like, Alex doesn't have to work on Fridays. And I was like, we can do either. I said, for me, Tuesdays are hard because I have therapy during the afternoon and then I have to turn around, film videos, and I have therapy in the evening, so it's hard for me. He's like, okay, let's just do it Friday. So we're going to do it Friday, early afternoon. So that's Friday. That'll be good. And then I can come home and I can film some videos after that, and he can like do whatever he wants to do, go out to brunch with one of his girlfriends or something like that. So, or maybe we'll go out to brunch after that. And I'll film videos after. Who knows? We'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. Oh, no, because Friday, Alex actually asked me, he was like, so it's his friend's birthday on Friday, and he's going out to dinner with, is it dinner or lunch? Because they're both on the same day. Maybe it's Friday. Anyway, she loves Chelsea Handler. Alex and I used to watch Chelsea Handler back in the day. So he said, do you want to go see Chelsea Handler? We could go, and it would be, I think it's like after we would give Boo his last medications. My neighbor also said that she would give him his last medications. So he was like, do you want to go to Chelsea Handler? I think it's Friday or Saturday. I can't remember. But I was like, you know what? I either want to like just sit around here or like go hang out with like Tanya and drive around. I go to the casino maybe. I don't know. But like if I'm going to relax, like I don't want to go to a show. He's like, okay, do you care if I go? I was like, no, go have fun. So he's going to go with his friend. Well, he didn't really say anything more about it. He just asked me if I wanted to go. And I said, are you definitely going to go? And he goes, I don't know. I'm going to ask her if she wants to go for her birthday. So it was going to be like the three of us. And so I think it's just going to be the two of them now. They might go to Chelsea Handler. I feel like that's Friday night. And then he's got a Halloween party, which I probably won't go to. He said I was invited to. But the dinner is like just he and this girl for her birthday and like their other friends. It's like the three of them. So she's got like, how many daughters does she have? She has 2 sets of twins. 2 sets of twins. I think she has 5. And then her husband has a son from another marriage. So there's 6. But like all the girls are under like the age of like like 9 or something like that. I know, right? So her husband's watching the kids for the night, and she's getting out to go do stuff for her birthday. So anyway, I was like, you go have fun with your friend. I can stay here and relax and take care of Boo Radley and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully by then he'll be a little rested and we can just kind of hang out and all that kind of stuff. Yep, obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on. Okay, so then last night I watched the 2 episodes of Lincoln Lawyer. And I played my solitaire game. Lots of it. Last night. So much that I'm kind of like getting bored. You know it's so bad. Like, do you guys, if you play solitaire, you try to beat like your best time? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. My best time on solitaire is about, I think it's like 1:05 is my best time. Like my real time. Like not when you're like hitting every card just to like do it, but like when you're really trying. I think my best time is like 1:05. I don't think that that's too bad. My average time is about a minute 40, and then like long is like 2.5 minutes. That's still a really fast like solitaire game. I should play one right now while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Except that I don't have my reading glasses on. Okay, so I also want to watch Sweet Pea. I don't even know how many episodes are out. I want to watch Teacup, but only the first 4 episodes that I think the 5th one comes out this week. And there's going to be like 8 or 10 total. And then I want to watch the Alyssa Turney documentary. That doesn't come out until, I think, the 22nd. And then, oh, Fanatical. A couple people commented about Fanatical, about Sarah and Tegan. Or, is that who it is? Anyway, about the catfishing of them. And then Anatomy of Lies. A couple of people reached out to me and asked me if I'm going to cover that. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to cover that. I'm going to watch it. I started watching it. I was like, I don't know. This is like, it reminds me kind of that movie with Melissa McCarthy where she's like in her like apartment all the time and she like lies about everything. Wasn't that based on a true story? Anyway, apparently it's about this woman from Grey's Anatomy that like faked all this stuff to do with her life so that she could come up with like story ideas about it. That's what it seems like it's about. I don't know what it's about, but that's on my list. Okay, so October. Where's my October TV shows? I have all my notes for Hysteria, so I can make that video tomorrow. My list for Caroline for this week. Okay. Oh, wait. That was last week's list for Caroline. Okay. What is store? Here's my list for the store for last week. Are you ready? 2 weeks. This is probably from 2 weeks ago. Coffee, cream, stuff to review. I think we can delete that note safely. Okay, where's my October shows? Does anything come out? Okay. Sweet Pea I have not watched. Teacup I have not watched. Disclaimer, but I want to wait till the whole thing comes out. Woman of the Hour. Tanya said she watched it and it was really good. Tanya also said, she texted me and she goes, oh my god, she was like, you have to watch Caddo Lake. It's so good. I was like, Tanya, I watched it. I was like, have you watched Dark? She was like, no. She wasn't listening to me about Dark. I said Dark is basically the same thing, but better done. But she loved Caddo Lake. So, there you go. You might like Caddo Lake. I did not love it. Okay. Woman of the Hour. Heartstopper, I'm waiting until November. Lincoln Lawyer. This is a Zodiac that comes out on the 23rd. Disappearance of Alyssa Turney. It's out on something. It came out on something on the 13th, but it doesn't come to Peacock till the 22nd. Real Nightmares on Elm Street. I'm still watching those. Joan, I haven't even looked into. Oh, Fanatical. The Confessions of Tegan and Sarah. I'm going to watch that. I might watch that tonight. Dr. Odyssey. A lot of people have reported really good things about that. Alien Abduction Manhattan comes out on the 30th on Netflix. Oh, you know what else I need to add on here? Just on my list. Matlock and Elsbeth. Those are the 2 shows that I want to start watching too. I think those would be like kind of homey mysteries. I don't think I watched Matlock back in the day, but I remember my mom watching it. But I think they're kind of like cozy, kind of like mysteries, right? Like kind of like Cagney and Lacey a little bit, and Elsbeth is supposed to be kind of funny. Elsbeth looks like it kind of reminds me of Only Murders in the Building. So, lots of good shows to watch tonight. Yeah. Lots of good shows to watch tonight. I was going to read some candles. I'm looking at my candles. I was going to read some comments, but I didn't. I didn't bring my reading glasses out with me. I was wanting to make this a really long vlog tonight. It was interesting because somebody commented and they said I missed a really long vlogs, and Kayla was so sweet. I mean, it wasn't it was a nice way that they said it. And I appreciate you saying that you missed the long vlogs. I would, like, every day, if I got started earlier, I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock, so, I mean, I'm still vlogging, which means I won't get the vlog up till, like, 10:30 or 11 or something like that. But if every night I got out here early enough to make, like, a 2 or 2.5 hour vlog, here comes another car down the street. You can kind of tell how they come. Because most of my drivers, interestingly enough, move pretty fast. Oh, this guy looks like he's gonna... No, he pulled in the driveway. But it's a dark SUV, too. I didn't realize how many people had dark SUVs. Why do I feel like something is going on so weird here? So eerie. Erie, Indiana, Indiana. What is this? Oh, Fernalicious, she's shedding. She's still doing good, though. Hey, Fernalicious, hey, Farrah. Watered them the other day. My mom's, I watered them. I thought they would, like, sprout up and do, like, great. They don't look like they're doing a whole lot better. But, I mean, they're okay. What was I going to say? Oh, so somebody commented and they said, I missed the long vlogs. Okay. And then Kayla was like, he just made one that last night that was an hour and, I don't know how she said it, but she was like, he just made one last night that was an hour and 15 minutes and this one's an hour and 30 minutes or whatever. I love that you guys love the longer vlogs. I appreciate it. And, I would love to make my vlogs an hour and a half to 2 hours every single day. If you guys wanted to watch them that long, I would definitely make them that long. I like making the longer vlogs. It's just, the later the day gets, like, I've now been filming videos since about 1 o'clock. So, and like filming them, taking Boo Radley out, uploading them. So we're going on 7 hours of like really not like me just going like this constantly. Plus, by the time that I get to the end of the vlog, my throat starts hurting a little bit from talking. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but like from talking so much. But I would love to film 2 and 3. I gotta do another long vlog. Somebody comment? I know somebody knows this. Troy probably knows this. Hey, Troy, how are you? Troy probably knows this. Troy sent me my entire, do you guys remember that old outro that I did that was like 8 minutes long or whatever? One time I was like gonna repeat the outro, and Troy sent me like the entire like transcript of the old outro. Do you guys remember that old outro that I used to do? Troy is such a trooper. Hey, Troy. What was I gonna say? Oh, somebody let me know. I guess I could go in and I could look by the length of time, but what is the longest vlog that I've done? I remember I used to think it was 3 hours, and then it wasn't because I had done one that was like 3 hours and 18 minutes, and then it was like another one that was like, I did one, I think the longest one I've done is 3 hours and 21 minutes of me literally just, did I piece it together even, or did I just sit here? I don't even remember. I think I walked a little bit around the neighborhood. I mean, I could do that again. Maybe this week or next week I'll try for the longest vlog ever on this channel. Who would love that? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, does anybody know? Is there a way for me to go in and look? Let me see. Let's go in here and pull up my vlogs. I mean, I need my reading glasses. Okay. Vlogs. Here's my channel. Videos. Is there a way to look through longest videos? Latest. Somebody is walking out there. I can hear them. Popular, oldest, latest. What's my most popular vlog? Oh, Fox Hollow Farms is my most popular vlog. That is hilarious. What is the second vlog? Oh, is this the longest one? 3 hours and 12 minutes? I feel like it was 3 hours and 20 minutes. This vlog is called Finally What Everyone's Been Asking For. And that is my May 15th vlog. And it looks like it says 1 year ago, 4 years ago. I don't know. And then my third most popular vlog is day one of the very first time I ever started this. And I think the next one is when I came back after the accident. Oh, Tanya and I shopping with my best friend is one of the most popular vlogs on here. Oh, the longest vlog I ever filmed. God, some of these vlogs that are long are like the most popular ones. Look at the, oh wait. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, so this one says the longest vlog I've ever filmed, and it looks like it's 3 hours and 18 minutes. Then the next, I mean, these popular vlogs are like long, an hour and 55 minutes. Real marriage and marriage problems. Hour and 57 minutes. Let's talk about this. This is for the Vloggerinos, 3 hours and 20 minutes. 3 years ago. So is 3 hours and 20 minutes the longest one I've ever done? Does anybody know the longest one I've ever done? Oh, there's one I did with Amelia Fart. A busy LA day. 2 hours, an hour and 32 minutes, 2 hours. I do need to get back to doing the longer vlogs, don't I? Do you know what's so funny is when I started them, they were really, really short. Like if you go in here, like let's look at my oldest ones. Oldest vlogs, my hand is itching all of a sudden. I keep on hearing somebody walking out here on the street and I don't see anybody. That's freaking me out. So my first one ever was 21 minutes, and then 17 minutes, and then 12 minutes. Do you guys remember the one where I like deleted the whole vlog by accident and I came in here? I think that's what happened. I ended up filming it in the bathroom or something like that, and I filmed it for like, it was like 4 minutes or something. It was super short. 17, I can't see these at all. 17 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 or 12 minutes, 9 minutes, 18 minutes. When did they start getting long? 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 27 minutes, 10 minutes, 13 minutes, 16 minutes, 36 minutes. I don't even remember some of these vlogs making it. I mean, this was like 7 years ago, you guys. They didn't start getting long. They didn't start getting long until later. Yeah, they were short, like that first year. They were all around 30 minutes, 42 minutes, 37 minutes, 39 minutes, 38 minutes, 38 minutes. Huh. Crazy. Do you know what's funny is the watch, like, or the views on those are like almost exactly as the views I'm getting now. In 7 years, I'm getting the same amount of views that I was getting 7 years ago. Cheers. Your channel has grown so much. It's grown so much. I love it over here. I love it. I love vlogging. That's crazy though. But I am going to make a dedicated commitment to making longer vlogs. The battery just went to the halfway mark as I said that. So I'm going to make a committed effort to making longer vlogs after tonight, because tonight I'm going to sign off and get off here right now. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday and a fantastic beginning to your week. I almost said weekend. To your week. And please, continued prayers and kind thoughts for Boo Radley. I'd really appreciate it. So I hope the little guy gets some sleep tonight. And I hope that you guys, I hope that you have a great week. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over or your week over if you need to, whenever you want or need to. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, a bug just flew by. But shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face. You might be changing their day for the better. You might be making them happier. And you might be the only phone call or text message they get today. You just don't know. Also, be kinder to one another. Love one another a little bit more. Outside the Big Brother house, like Julie says. Julie, what's her name? Julie Chen Moonves. Outside, I always say Moonves, and I know that's not right. I can't pronounce. What's her last name? Is it Moonves? Now I have to look it up. Julie Chen. Love one another. Julie Chen. Here it is. Is it Moonves? Julie Chen Moonves? I guess I was saying it right. She's so pretty. I love her. Outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Love one another. From outside the Big Brother house. Anyway, be kinder to one another. Love one another a little bit more. And most importantly, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little bit more, because if you're kinder to yourself, then you will be kinder to others. And if you love yourself more, then you will love others more as well. Plus, it's just, listen, you deserve it. You deserve to treat yourself with the utmost respect. I did this whole video over my Peterisms video today. Your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have in your life. It's the foundation for every other relationship you'll have. So please take care of yourselves. For those of you out there that are going through tough times right now, I'm sending lots of love and prayers back to you. Please take care of yourself. Please surround yourself with light and love, and I hope that you guys have a lot of support around you. Thanks for watching my videos and being a support system to me. I really appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that just happen to stick around, one more I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.